TIFU by vanishing into the night with a girl in the worst part of the city. This actually happened yesterday. I'm in 18M. I came back to my parents' house after uni classes went completely online again a few weeks ago. So I was still in the live alone. Don't care about shish hash tea mindset. I'd been talking to this cute girl on a dating app for a while and we decided to finally meet at a karaoke on a Sunday night. Although I love karaokes and visit them often. At least as often as current times allow anyway. I decided to meet her at a place I'd never been before. Located about 30 minutes away from my house by car. Me being naive and completely stupid. I didn't check the area online before making a reservation. Which was mistake number one. When the time for the date finally came, my parents told me to be back at 11 p.m. To which I half-jokingly laughed. That was mistake number two. Because now my parents were worried that I had something sketchy planned for the night. I did not. I just wanted to sing a little bit, drink, talk and maybe kiss the girl. So we both arrive at the karaoke and start talking about our lives. Past, future plans and stuff like that. We order a few Negronis, sing a few songs and before we know it, we're making out. A few hours of drinking, making out and talking go by and the karaoke was about to close for the night. So we decided to go to a more private place to get freaky. Since I didn't know the area, I searched for motels near me on Google Maps and sure enough, there was one less than 100 meters away from where we were. How convenient, I thought. As we made our way to the motel, I didn't tell my parents I was going to leave the karaoke nor where I was going. Which was mistake number three. So me and this girl are having sex and I get spammed with messages from my parents asking if I was okay, and if I was still with the girl. I sent them a "I'm alive and well" message, which was very vague and not at all informing, and went back to the girl. They then start calling my cell phone. At which point I realized that my battery was running low. So I decided to turn the power off to be able to call an Uber home when we're done. As you can imagine, that was mistake number four. It's about 6 a.m. I'm laying in bed with her and the phone of our room rings. I pick it up and the motel clerk asks me if I am name. I tell her that I am indeed name. She then informs me that my dad was at the lobby, very pissed off looking for me. I panicked, put on some clothes and got out of my room. Sure enough, I found my father standing in front of the clerk's desk very angry and tired. He looked me in the eye and asked, "What do you think I should do?" Quote, I nearly said, "Go home?" Quote, but my survival instincts stopped me from doing that. He then told me to call the girl an Uber and get in his car. Because the night was over and we were going home. So I went back to the room, explained everything to her and did as my father asked. Once I get in the car, he told me that we were in the absolute worst part of our city. It's filled with crackheads, sex workers, drug dealers, gang members and robbers. He told me that knowing where the karaoke I went was located at, he went around that neighborhood looking for me. He then proceeded to tell me that, while looking for me, he saw people smoking crack, sex workers fighting and a girl yell at her boyfriend while jerking a homeless man off. Never once did I know just where I was. Now I'm grounded for life. At least that girl is still talking to me and wants to go out again on Saturday. TLDR met a girl at a karaoke located in a neighborhood with one of the biggest crime rates in the city. Took her to a motel all night without saying anything to my parents and as a response, got picked up at the motel by my furious father. Edit. Info. I live in Brazil. I was gonna say it's weird that your parents would be so overprotective of a grown-up, but turns out You're from Brazil, and it suddenly made complete sense that they'd panic like that. The thing a lot of people here is missing is that OP lives in Brazil and there's different rules. They're about safety and how to behave. Now I'm grounded for life. At least that girl is still talking to me and wants to go out again on Saturday. She'll have to hang out with you in your room. Please tell me you didn't vanish in a motel in the middle of the Cracolandia. Please tell me you didn't do that. Seriously. What country is this? Parents call frantically. Me. Turns off phone. I want to go back to the girl jerking a homeless guy while she's yelling at her boyfriend. But if you're still living with your parents, the least you could do is inform them that you're not coming home. Turning your phone off and not giving them a heads up and making them worry about you as a dick. Move on your part. Did you get any crack? Asking for a friend. YTA. Was going to go the other way until I realized that this took place in Brazil. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Who gets grounded at 18? You don't stop answering to your parents and being subject to grounding when you become an adult. At 18, you can stop answering to your parents and being subject to grounding when you become an adult by getting a job and supporting yourself in your own housing. I don't think this is a you thing. I think this is a your parents thing. If your parents don't like crackheads, homeless people and prostitutes, they should move away from any big city since Athens. Nothing happened to you, so unless your new girl is a secret hooker, the worst you should worry is about bedbugs from that motel. Your parents sound overbearing AF. I said I'm okay. Don't call me while I'm fucking. Tip. Search for Cracolandia on YouTube for some grounding. Dad may have saved you from some shit. You never know. You should thank your dad for being a dad and worrying about you. My dad wasn't a dad. Lol, everyone in here, you're old enough to yada yada. Quote. Okay, then he's old enough to get his own place. Is it a requirement to have mommy, daddy issues to be a Redditor? Sometimes when your existence continues to depend on others, it doesn't pay to be an asshole to those people. Can you tell me what city this is? Is this a cultural thing, where you're old enough to go out to a club, drink Negroni all night, take a girl back to a seedy hotel for a hookup, but your parent will still hunt you down, berate you, tell you to get your shit together and call your bimbo a taxi, and then ground you for life? Also, just based on your post, there is this contradiction between, I'm an independent grown-up, doing what I want, and wide-eyed naive kid. That makes me think you've missed an intermediate step between getting driven to soccer practice every weekend in mom's minivan and puking in an alley behind a club on the bad side of town after drinking too much and dropping ecstasy. You may want to go through those early lessons before you graduate. But hey, at least you got laid. The thought process, the piling up of mistakes, and even the way the parents keep messaging, calling, and the way they overreacted. Man, oh man, this sounds too much like me back in high school. LMAO.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.